Thank you very much. I'm so honored to be here. You guys may not know I'm an online student. So as an online student, I'm not aware of what's been going on here on campus except a little bit that I've read on the internet. I am an environmental activist. And the first thing I'd like to say is I very much look forward to the day when we do not have the word environmentalist in our lexicon anymore. We should all be environmentalists. Secondly, I want to offer my support and solidarity for the movement that's going on. I believe very strongly that one cannot have environmental justice divorced from social justice. They are of a piece. I came here to Naropa after 30 years of trying to wake people up and save the environment. I failed. I saw myself as someone who was speaking for the trees, but I was using the wrong words. I'd often say things like, hey, look, can't you help us save these trees, protect these trees from those evil people? You see the problem. There I was employing what we now know are the shaming and blaming tactics, self-righteously serving my own ego, working against the very cause that I was trying to champion. I was trying to save trees, but I was really involved in blaming people. By age 55, I'd pretty much given up on myself and the human race. I'd become very cynical and depressed. I got totally out of the movement. I wasn't doing anything. I was one of an increasing number of people fleeing the industrial growth society and its story of domination. Domination over nature, over women, over people of color, even over science. I needed a new story, a new worldview, one which matched my own deep knowing, a story where the events of my life could have meaning that was life-affirming and personally sustaining. And that was the problem. I couldn't sustain it. I didn't have any gas left. I found those tools and that sustenance here at Naropa, a place that has embraced me wholeheartedly within the folds of its intellectually rich and spiritually enlivening transpersonal eco-psychology program. Theodore Roszak said that eco-psychology proceeds from the assumption that the human psyche remains sympathetically bonded to the earth that mothered it. As such, eco-psychology plays a critical role in bridging the gap between humans and nature. And the discipline begs Paul Shepard's question, why does society persist in destroying its habitat? To help answer that question, eco-psychologists are learning from indigenous peoples who know that Mother Earth speaks to us all the time. But most of us in the West have lost the ability to deeply listen to nature's primal voices. And this has led to our current psychological distress. Through mindfulness practices, Naropa has taught me to slow my thoughts and to get glimpses of the real me in that kind of deep listening. I've begun to realize the truth of what Thich Nhat Hanh has called interbeing, which minimizes our ego and heals the human nature divide that has so dominated Western thought. Most important of all, Naropa has taught me that I cannot ever hope to change the outside world without changing also my internal world. As a recommitted environmental activist and now eco-psychologist, my goal is to foster conscious experience in nature, whether it's a remote wilderness or a backyard in the city. My goal is to serve others by encouraging mindfulness in the miracle that is nature. For how do we act without the shame and blame to preserve our own habitat? I now understand we do it by coming to know and then to embrace the landforms and the trees, the rivers and the animals, the insects and the birds, as parts of our own body and our own psyches. We are the Lorax in Dr. Seuss's story. And not only must we speak for the trees, eco-psychology teaches us that we really are the trees. We really are the trees. To all Naropa faculty, and especially to our professors in the eco-psychology department, Sherry Elms, Nancy Jane, Stephanie Uhas, J.P. McDaniel, John Davis, and the head of the department, Dr. Tina Fields. On behalf of our cohort, I want to offer our sincerest appreciation for your service and dedication to contemplative education, and for being such wise and open-hearted guides on this incredible journey. I'd like to end by thanking the far-flung members of my online cohort, some of whom are watching right now, from as far away as Great Britain, Switzerland, and South Africa. I feel so enriched by the gifts we shared and the growth we've fostered in each other over the past 2 years. May our inner transformations send continuous ripples of healing and love in action out into the world. Thank you.